What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen that's how I was going to make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Before we get in this video, I definitely want to tell y'all right now that if y'all see any type of red, anything like that, just a little blood from my daughter. Seeing she had a surgery. She had surgery, in her mouth today. It's very early. I'm not gonna lie. I had to get up at 7 in the morning. Pretty sure I didn't even get sleep till like 6 in the morning. Took a little nap, but she had some dental work done. It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. With her even being fussy all day, and she just calmed down. It's now 12:30 in the morning right now, but actually I'm pretty sure she about an hour ago went to sleep. But been real fussy. It's been a little bit tiring. I know y'all can probably see it on my eyes. I'm pretty much a night owl, but when I tell y'all that, I don't know. I feel like it's more so of like my back and stuff. I have backpack problems. I know y'all see me sitting all the time. I'm 6'5". And when I tell y'all that I have bad back problems, like I truly do. I feel like that's what's bothering me the most is that, obviously. But I don't know. I had to get these videos out. I had to let y'all know some stuff because more information truly comes out. And I'll be geeked for it. Y'all know I'll be geeked for it. You have it right here. Says Karmelo Anthony claims that he, obviously is, putting in this pill, but they don't have any money, basically. Public records show his parents activated a Texas business that he just 24 days after, the stabbing of Austin Metcalf at Frisco track meet. So one thing about this, that is definitely wild to me is the simple fact that a lot of individuals are using, Karmelo's name within things. They're doing it with a lot. They're doing it with, pretty much everything that has to do with different children. And it's more so a money grab. I mean, y'all got to think that this was something that was truly big enough to reach a lot of people, especially people that don't even really know what's going on. But it reached so many people, and so many people started. And when I say that, and I'm gonna say it reached so many black people. It reached a lot of black people, and people truly had a lot to say when it came down to it. And in general, but I'm gonna say black people because you obviously have a lot of black individuals that support Karmelo Anthony. But then again, they use a lot using his name. This is in support of Karmelo Anthony and children that is like him or troubled or this, that, and other, and they're literally raising money, doing the same thing that the parents did, to him. And I even know that Karmelo Anthony definitely was in the wrong, and I don't agree with anything, his actions that he's done. But at the same time, I look at the simple fact, regardless, that they pretty much did him wrong. I definitely say that. They did him wrong. And, these two individuals right here, not at all will take accountability or has taken accountability. It says Karmelo Anthony parents refused to accept their son's guilty verdict. Instead of removing themselves from the public eye and sinking into the shadows with all of their money, they have now decided to throw their lawyers up under the bus. They're claiming their own lawyers set them up and secretly are part of a gigantic white conspiracy against them. Now, why I say this and why I've stated this, multiple times is that Karmelo Anthony parents, his dad has said that he wanted when this first happened that he wanted black lawyers. Y'all can go look it up. He wanted black lawyers, but he said that individuals like Dominique Alexander and J.M. insisted that he get a white lawyer. Now, their whole agenda was to push it so much of let's put it as race, but still it may look good to have a white lawyer. When all in all, you just need a great lawyer. And that's how I look at it. You don't look at skin color. Somebody made a good point. Somebody had put, and I pinned a comment because I absolutely love what this individual said. Somebody went and commented on my video. If y'all haven't seen my video, it's about Karmelo Anthony's dad. Y'all go check that out. Posted a couple days ago. And this comments read and said, "The truth has no color." Meaning by that, I feel like that goes a long way, especially in today's world right now. It goes a long way, especially considering of this situation. You have literally parents that won't take accountability, won't accept what their son did, rather than constantly using him, and it's definitely sickening. You got a lot of people mad at Charleston White. He's catching pretty much some heavy heat, promoting and selling Watermelon Felon t-shirts featuring Karmelo Anthony shortly after withdrawing his support for Karmelo Anthony and his parents and the whole support of Karmelo Anthony in general. Let's check it out.
Yeah, make sure y'all get y'all Karmelo Anthony Watermelon Felon shirts. They can be purchased at www.therealcharlestonwhite.com. Again, you can get your Watermelon Felon Karmelo Anthony guilty murderer shirt at www.therealcharlestonwhite.com. Tune in.
Well, he's literally wearing his shirt around.
What's these cookies right here?
People are asking, for him to be canceled.
What's these cookies right here?
People said, I can't wait till it's your kids.
I'm looking for oatmeal. I'm looking for oatmeal.
This is oatmeal raisin.
Yeah, them the ones I want.
You want oatmeal raisin?
Yeah.
So you truly have, him, you got the guilty at the bottom right there. Y'all see. This right here, I seen from Sarah Fields. If y'all don't know who Sarah Fields is, make sure y'all go follow Sarah Fields ASAP. I will not stress this enough. Go follow Sarah Fields ASAP. When I tell y'all that Sarah Fields has amazing information on literally everything, just not this, especially when it comes down to Karmelo Anthony, but other things as well. This is Karmelo's uncle, and this is what he posted. PSA, we just wanted to officially let everyone know that we've been working tirelessly behind the scenes to get everything squared away for Karmelo. We also want to make it clear that no one has been authorized to collect funds on behalf of Karmelo or our family. When the official fundraising efforts are established, we will announce them ourselves through our official channels. Thank you for all continued love, prayers, encouragement, unwavering support. It truly means more than words can express. Just know that our spirits are high, our faith is strong, and that this is our fight. And this fight has only just begun. It was pretty much their fight, I guess you could say, seeing how things are what they're doing. So basically what they're doing and what I'm saying is that they're going to continue to gather as much money as possible for, and my thing is, I'm going to tell y'all how I'm not going to say how easy, but I'm going to definitely tell y'all on how smoother things would have been. I'm going to tell y'all how this should have gone. First of all, if it's two things that I'm going to say. This is two ways this could have truly gone. First of all, Karmelo never would have, he should have never brought that knife. That's the first thing. Most likely wouldn't have happened. Secondly, seeing how it did happen, how hard is it for the parents to apologize? Raise money, just like they raise money for, their son. Raise it for, the Metcalf, seeing how they lost the son. Apologize. Have Karmelo and Anthony apologize, not look so much of Kohler. There's a lot of things that they did that made everything worse for themselves. They made it worse for themselves. Not only did they make it worse for themselves, speaking on the parents, but they made it worse on their son. They didn't take any plea deal whatsoever, and it's all on them. Me personally, I thought he was going to get more. I truly thought he was going to get more. Just based off of, obviously, the things that went on, the things that was said, the police reports, a lot of things. But, they did everything. And it's one of those things, of God seeing and realizing, but it's truly, truly sickening and messed up when it comes down to it. This is a new video of Charleston White. It says Karmelo Anthony parents are in big trouble. Charleston White just exposed everything and that they paid him off. It says many, including myself, has speculated for months that Karmelo parents hired Charleston White, basically to speak out. Now let me tell y'all something. This says for months. I've been knowing since the get-go. And I know y'all probably like, well, how do you know, Recklezz? How do you know it was from the get-go? You know, how do you figure? I figured because y'all got to think about it. When I've been on this case since it first happened. I feel like it was very important to touch base on this case, just seeing on how things have escalated, you know, pretty fast within it. And when I seen it, I truly, truly, truly start recognizing and seeing just how people were moving. I feel like that's very important for you to do. It truly just doesn't go off of color more so. It goes off of character with me. And I look and I see and I started to realize, and I'm like, okay, well, this individual feel this way, but why do they feel this way? When all the facts are here, it's more so of like an open, closed case. Like you see it, what's going on, and it's closed, said and done. He's guilty for what he did. But then you have people that go on a whole run around, want to bring color into it. Okay, well, they said that they bullied. No. At the end of the day, he shouldn't have brought what he brought, and he shouldn't have did what he did. It's over with. But you had Charleston White that truly, truly, truly was on the Metcalf family side when at first. I will show. If I got to, I'll show y'all the video. Charleston White was on their side all the way from the get-go, calling Karmelo Anthony out because of what he's done. And then I'm telling y'all so quick, I kind of was confused. And I'm like, how did he just switch up? But then I'll have to remember on who this is. And when I say he switched up, I already knew from the get-go that he got paid. Off top. I truly already knew that he got paid. And then I start seeing that he start going after Sarah Fields and saying this and saying that. I knew that he got paid. And the reason on why I feel like he did that too is because you never know. The dad could have gave, a list of names. Okay, this person is up here and their following is this. So, and they've been saying this, so we need you to say something because your following is up here. I could tell you that whole playbook of what they tried to do. And y'all see, they clearly didn't win. Because at the end of the day, Charleston White then switched on. Check it out.
Initially, I went with the Metcalf family. And I'm gonna tell white people, this is not for y'all. I'm gonna get back to white people in a minute. This is for black people. When Karmelo and Austin Metcalf situation happened, black people ignored it. Because at first they thought it was black on black. So black people ignored it. They didn't have no say-so about it. You know how I know? Because I was online for at least 2 or 3 days, almost a week, arguing with black people because I said Phil Ronnie and the baby Chime, the rapper that had got with his baby. This happened around the same time. So when the mother put the GoFundMe on me for the rapper Lil Ronnie, I think the Metcalf family or Karmelo and them family had posted one. So I'm telling black people, y'all don't give a what I say about kids. Because if y'all really care about kids, y'all will be saying something about the kid that got killed out there at the track meet. Black people ignored that. When black people found out that it was a white kid, that a black kid gets a white kid, they immediately started giving to the GoFundMe.
Exactly.
So at the time, I was doing a stream with Aiden Ross, and I was telling Aiden about it. And so Aiden donated $10,000 to the Metcalf family. And shout out to Aiden for doing that. I was under the impression at the time that Karmelo had brought a knife to school. So in my mind, if you bring a knife to school, and I don't give a damn if you're being bullied, I don't give a who you're afraid of at school, you need to tell somebody. I don't give a fuck. You walk by too many adults throughout the day going to school, you should tell somebody. So in my mind, this is first degree premeditated murder by a kid on another kid. This kid should get the max. I believe it was first degree murder had he took a knife to school because he was bullied, right? Mm-hmm. So I say a few days later, maybe a week later, I get a call from a friend and says that the dad wants to book me. The dad wants to pay me $3,000. I think it was $3,000 or $4,000. The dad wants to pay me $3,000-$4,000 to meet with me.
Who dad?
Karmelo's dad.
Okay.
Well, I'm a businessman. He could be booking me for a killing. He could be booking me for a killing.
Let me tell y'all something. One thing that I absolutely love, regardless, is that even if it takes somebody, and I'm not using this as an excuse, and y'all can hate me for saying this. Y'all can disagree. It's okay. But for somebody to actually come out, even if it takes some time, and just have that and hold, themselves as, accountable. Even though I know he's a flip-flopper, for sure. He exposed, obviously. And the funny thing is, him offering $3,000 or $4,000 regardless, I look at the simple fact, that was just to meet. I can tell y'all right now, they didn't got over $500,000, even more, close to $1 million, because they was doing shirts, they was doing everything. Had all this money, I guarantee they paid him way more than $3,000-$4,000 as he was doing it. Each post, each interaction with different individuals. So with that being said, and like he said, shout out to Aiden Ross for donating money. That's real. That's definitely real. And for others, of donating money and looking out for the Metcalf family. I truly feel like a lot of that money raised for Karmelo should go to the Metcalf family. Me personally. And people can disagree, but I feel like that's real. I'm telling y'all. When I talked about the plea deal, it's true. I feel like so many people, and I don't want to bring color into it, but there's a lot of black folks that just had a common sense and just being real. I mean, it ain't even a simple fact of like bringing race into it. It's just a simple fact of like right or wrong. Like people got to stop basing this more so off of color. And look at the simple fact that this has a lot to do with him just being and making that, having that anger, having that rage to do something like this, and then playing this head, okay, well, I got all these people around me and nothing's gonna happen. We need to keep this money going and keep this money going and keep this money going. And he did offer a 10-year plea deal and got 35. Check it out.
Carmelo Anthony was done dirty. Now, does that mean he does not belong in jail? Absolutely, he belongs in jail. He committed murder. However, his family, his parents did him dirty. Come to find out, rumors that were around the family throughout the entire year are now saying that he was offered a plea deal of 10 years, meaning the state was probably going to drop it down from murder to manslaughter, which means that he probably would have did 10 years, 5 years top. He was a teenager when this situation happened, okay? The plea deal was 10 years, but as you all know, if he would have took that plea deal and was found guilty, that would have stopped the GoFundMe money, that would have stopped a lot of opportunities. His family was after the money. His family encouraged him not to take the plea deal, and that they was going to use the money that they had generated throughout that year to get him a lawyer. Now, unfortunately, they got him the most rinky-dink lawyer that you could possibly imagine. Come to find out, that lawyer requires $75,000, which is very, very low compared to most attorneys that they were talking to, black attorneys, may I add, that was offering to do the job for $500,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is all true. This is all true. Based off of from what I've been told, and I don't truly know how true it, because listen to Dominic Alexander, I'm telling y'all, there's so many lies within it. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing is that I've always learned. I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm about to piss a lot of Carmelo Anthony supporters off by saying this, because a lot of them have a lot to do with that whole Black Lives Matter, this, that, and the other. When I tell y'all that when it comes to helping other black folks out within a business, within just looking out in general, from like mostly my encounters are like just seeing it online and stuff, it is truly, truly, truly outrageous, especially the businesses. Just like you speaking on lawyers, on how much they'll charge, this, that, and the other. Man, listen. Even going to a black-owned restaurant at times, what gets me about it, I feel like to have those high prices, your food, your product, the space and the what do they call it, like ambiance, the area. I feel like that when it comes down to the price of things. I done been and seen so many black businesses that charge and overly charge for no reason. It's so crazy. But y'all know what people holler all the time and they be pissing me off? Support your local black business. How about just supporting the business? You know what I mean? How about just supporting the business? Like I don't get that. I feel like as long as people keep that shit up, I feel like it'll never be stopped. You know, I feel like it'll never be stopped. I feel like if people sit there, and I'm not saying forget about everything or this, that, and the other, but it's more so of like move. Like keep going. Keep going within life. Keep being happy, no matter the color of your skin, no matter, and this goes for everybody. And to keep going and keep, you know what I mean? To just have that peace. I feel like having that peace, not putting a label on everything, not just color, or just not putting a label, and just being just you. You know, I feel like, man, the world would be so fire, bro. It'd be so good, just America. But they have to base it all off of that. And it truly burns me up. Like I truly like that. Oh yeah, this black market has. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, bro. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to, but let me tell y'all something. You know how many people would be outraged if you walk somewhere and you'd be like, this is a white-owned business? You think people just go and say, oh, this is a Mexican-owned business right here. This is a Chinese-owned business. No, it's Chinese food and Mexican food, bro. Y'all want Mexican food tonight? Y'all want some soul food? Y'all want some barbecue? Like this is stuff that I'm talking like, stop doing it. Like it just, I don't know. I feel like I'm just weird about it. I'm truly weird about it. But I just got into all of that. But when I tell y'all that type of stuff pisses me off, it truly does, because it's like, bro, good business is good business. More of the story is, regardless, Karmelo's dad saying that he want a black lawyer, this, that, and the other. Man, just get a good lawyer. Just get a good lawyer at the end of the day. But they did this, and now they see what happened.
They gave this boy the most cheapest lawyer. And they thought because of the buzz, because of publicity, because of the people that was backing them up, which was at that time, Democratic Party, Black Lives Matter, all these black activists, that they were going to win that case. That boy got 35 years. Honestly, I think we all can agree he deserved more than that. But he got 35 years because of a shitty lawyer that his parents got him. Because his parents thought in a bright dodo brain head that they were going to come out multi-millionaires from this. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, of course, these are all rumors, but these are rumors coming in from inside sources. OK, it's a sad thing. It really is. It's a sad thing. And you can say these rumors, but honestly, you can look at the parents, especially that dad. You can kind of determine yourself like, as you all know, Charleston White have stepped back. You know, there's a lot of attorneys that was actually going to work on appeals that is stepping back. All right.
Not gonna lie, that just scared the shit up out of me. But I tell you what, you know, regardless, I mean, I look at the simple fact that you truly have. I'm dead serious. Like I was not expecting that. You truly got, and he's making a good point though. You know, he's making a good point. They look more so of getting a cheap lawyer and using the rest of the money. And a lot of this, I definitely say, is within the parents, but it's also within, you know, Dominic Alexander and EJAN. I can definitely tell he's the type of person that looks at money and looks at only money and uses Kohler to get it. You know, and it's truly sickening on the type of person he is and, you know, that whole company. But, you know, then again, they did it to themselves at the end of the day. This right here is Austin Metcalf's father. Basically, saying a lot when it comes down to Carmelo Anthony's family, and said they have not spoken to him or shown remorse after Carmelo did what he did to his son. Check it out.
Went to the press conference that day because I was hoping we could show the world, hey, let's pray together. This is not a race thing. Let's show the world this. And what did Dominique Alexander do? Proceeded to call the police. So I guess I'm in a place where they didn't want me to be. So they asked me to leave, and I did that without stabbing anyone in the heart. So, and then he proceeded to gaslight me, and they get up there and try to play victim with the crocodile tears of, oh, my kids can't sleep at night. Well, they're in the same house as someone who murdered somebody. I wouldn't sleep well either. And if they would have taken accountability and showed remorse, I truthfully believe, I don't think he would have got that many years that he received. But when they when they played the race card, because I told them from day one.
Let me explain something to y'all. For a father to say that, that speaks on when I speak on character. You see somebody that's grieving, somebody that is in pain, and they still saying that if he would have just done this, if he would have just apologized, if he would have just showed some type of just showing that he cares and that he's sorry for what he did, he wouldn't have got that many years. That is tough. I don't care what anybody say. That is a tough thing to say. Because there's a lot of parents, a lot of people that's looking at this in fact, oh, he should have got way more. But you still have Jeff Metcalf that's still trying to be cool about the situation. And they treated him like literally dirt. When he literally tried to show that. Mind you, his son is the one, that got on the lot. And he still showed up to that first press conference trying to be cool, and they kicked him out.
Truthfully believe, I don't think he would have got that many years that he received. But when they when they played the race card, because I told them I said from day one, look at my first interviews, please don't make this about race, please don't politicize. They chose to do both. Now they're entitled to choose whatever they want to choose. They chose their lawyers. The defense got to interview jurors. I mean, so it was a fair trial. Judge Roach, very tough judge, ran that courtroom with an iron fist, set very clear rules and expectations. So I think everything is pretty ironclad. And as far as an appeal goes, there's no new evidence that gets involved. There's no re-testifying. They're looking for procedural errors in the trial that if they were made. If everything was followed according to the rules, then the appeal will be denied. And then we'll move through the process of law as it's supposed to go. Social media, and there have been memes and things of my dead son and everything. But I want to point out this. There's also been the same exact thing done to Carmelo's family. I've seen the memes that are output about him. And both sides, that people that do that, there's something wrong with you.
But do y'all see? I'm just saying, like, how could you possibly hate or dislike a person like Jeff Metcalf? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I feel for their family. I don't know, like, it's making me feel some type of way even like listening to this because it is a sad situation. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely a sad situation. But just for him to say that, both sides, this is when it comes about of having that accountability and taking that accountability and just being real in general, and it just goes to show you on. His character. Saying it is disgusting that people is doing that, regardless if they doing it to my son or their son, knowing of what Carmelo did. I'm telling y'all.
You're soulless. You don't have compassion or empathy. And what are you, a sociopath? I don't know. All I know is I wish both sides would quit. It's not needed. Both these boys especially mine. I mean, mine's never coming back. But yes, he deserves, there's consequences for actions, and he got the consequences. But there's no need to dogpile on this other family just because he got convicted. And there's no reason to dogpile on me just because he got convicted. You know, neither one of these families had anything to do. We weren't on the jury. It was tried fairly. All the facts were presented. The video was shown. And very clearly, you can very clearly make out it was a one-on-one situation, and it didn't take long. I mean, it was under 10 seconds of an encounter. There was no fighting, no punching, no brawling, nothing like that. My boys were under the tent before Karmelo came up there. Karmelo was under the tent for 3.5 minutes total, the entire time, and then decided to throw the knife and run. And all that is factual. Now, everybody else who wants to be an armchair attorney or comment and play this in the court of public opinion, that's not how it works. You must have all the facts to make an educated decision. And if you're going to choose to comment on something that you know nothing about or have no factual information, it just makes you look like a fool. Mm-hmm. And that goes for anybody, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. It doesn't matter. You just have to be educated.
I love this guy. I ain't even gonna lie. And so many people gave him so much like hate in the beginning of what he said, and I feel like everybody grieves differently. Everybody thinks differently. But then again, you can't hate the man and dislike the man for being positive. I know a lot of people have anger, but a lot of people that actually said something, you haven't been placed in that position. I haven't been placed in that position, so you don't know. You truly don't know. You got it right here. Reverend Wells Jordan. He had a lot to say, on Newsmax. Check it out.
Women are encouraging people to lie just so they can get on a jury and rig the conviction. What do you think about them making this about a racial issue? The jury found him, this Karmelo Anthony, and it's a tragedy. He was 17, now he's 19. Austin Metcalf, 17 years old. These two lives, it's just, and Austin and gone over what? And you have the family perpetuating Karmelo as the victim here.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. And, the thing is, if this was, I said it before, if there were two black people on this case or two white people on this case, it would, first of all, if there was two black people, black community wouldn't even care.
At all.
The only time black people care about anything is when it's with a white person.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's definitely true, because here in Indianapolis, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, here in Indianapolis, it happens a lot, and it's definitely sad for me even saying this. I hate saying that, but when I tell y'all that it happens so much, and y'all know what happens after that? Nothing. People go about their day and go about those same people that supporting Karmelo, this, that, and other, talking about Black Lives Matter and this, that, and other. They not in the streets. When it's black on black crime, they're not. Nobody is ever in the streets. Nobody don't have no signs. Nobody ain't cussing out this person or mad at this person. They're not doing nothing. It's a reoccurring cycle. Just keep on letting it happen. Keep on letting it happen and thinking that it's cool and want to diss this person, want to diss that person, and got to get my get back and this, that. That's all you're going to have. Truly, especially here in Indianapolis.
But yet we have 30, 40 killings in Chicago every weekend. We have black on black crime. We got kids getting shot. My mom calls me every day from Indianapolis, and people are getting shot at. Black people are shooting each other in churches, and nobody.
And I'm not saying that Indianapolis is bad. It is. It's some more worse places. But Indianapolis, they have it bad. I'm telling y'all, it's bad.
The D.L. Hugleys, the Cardi B's, none of them care when it's black on black crime. But the only thing they care about is when a white person is involved. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the outrage. I'm tired of being emotionally pimped by the left and the Democratic Party because they only can win elections because they know African Americans are emotional. My friend on the other side, he could tell you, we're emotional people. We go to church and we shout. We don't know what the sermon's about. We vote for Democrat 80, 90% of the time, and we don't even know what policies are. When Kamala announced she was running for office, most people said I'm with her, and they didn't even know what her policies was.
At all.
So that's what the black community does. We stand on emotion and not fact. And this case was built on fact. The true fact of the case was that that Carmelo Anthony brought a knife to school. He shouldn't have had the knife on the school. It was not self-defense. He stabbed that man in cold blood, and he was lucky that he got 35 years and did not get 99 years. That is the truth.
Amen. Amen. We got to leave it there, gentlemen. Thank you.
Talk to him. This is what you get when it's straight facts and the truth. Y'all see him on the left. Oh, y'all can see this. I'm pretty sure he's on the left. Whoever this gentleman is right here. Y'all see it right here. I'm telling y'all. Just based off his face expression. This right here is just giving out the truth and just being real. Being real with everybody. Just not like being real. Letting it be known. And I truly love it. And I truly agree with everything that he said. You got it right here. It says Austin Metcalf's family should sue Carmelo Anthony for wrongful death and take every dollar that was raised for him. Me personally, like I've stated and I've said before, I truly, truly agree with this statement. And, you know, I don't know about y'all, but me personally, I agree with it. It's only right. It's truly only right. You know, Carmelo Anthony's parents is wrong for what they did. NJN definitely wrong for what they did. Carmelo Anthony, all of them. It's been an open and closed case within that. Hit the like button, the subscribe button for me, please. I definitely appreciate that. Let me know y'all comments and thoughts down below. Catch y'all next one.